Mr. Mahwe, why re bana ba qadile sekolo ha re checka register at the end ha ba sa lekana ba felletse kae? It is easy to commit for start, but it's another thing to be consistent for finish. Now, which means commitment will help you to start, but consistency will help you to finish. Let me explain consistency in my terms. Consistency is an ability and power to move from failure to failure, but still going on. Even if you fail, you go on. Let me explain two words to you that are troubling you now, students. It's fail and fear. Come on, somebody. Can I start with fear? What does fear stand for? It's F-E-A-R. Can I break it down for you for free? This time you find me live. You don't need even the data. I go on Shebella the YouTube ka chelet. Well, moko fama hala felaki. False evidence appearing real. That is fear. We don't fail mathematics because it's powerful. We fail it because we empower it. Mr. Mahwe, there are three kinds of mortals. There are road mortals. There are road mortals. There are role mortals. Let me start with Kadibodu. Road mortals. They have never tried everything, anything, but they are against everyone. They see everything wrong in everyone except themselves. But road mortals, they have studied the road, but they have never walked the road. The road models, but there are role models. Role models are those who walk the road. They play the role. When they are done, they take you and say, "Come, my son, walk feet." I said to teachers, you may be the only parent that child has. Some people, they don't need a teacher in you, they need a mother, because they never had one. Mr. Mahwe, I have dealt with women, and when I listen to the woman complaining, I heard the cry of the girl inside the woman. And I've realized there are very women who look organized, but in them they are carrying a broken young girl. These girls, some of them were abused when they were young. Now some of their behaviors, it's not their decision, it's their environment. And when they come to you, you must create an atmosphere that is conducive for them to become better people. Listen to me, and this is from me to you, teachers. The power and the success of a school is not measured by the qualification of the principal. It's measured by the performance of the students. Don't boast about your doctrine without products. We are not gonna check your qualification. We're gonna check what comes out of you. When we measure the school, we don't check what the staff has achieved. We check what the student has achieved. Even if you are a doctor, but what are you producing? Now, ho na le di fruits tse ding tse bitswang seedless grapes. That seedless grapes, they are easy to when you eat them, but there is no future after you have eaten them. because they don't have a seed. We don't want teachers who are seedless grapes, who get salary but we don't see results. Listen to me. I was at Sekete and the teacher, the principal there loves me, and he called me for their camps and we talk. And I said to the teachers, you cannot just say you are a good coach if you are just coaching line on Messi. Messi is already skillful. We want you to take a broken child from a broken family and you turn that child into a genius, and you turn that child into a high achiever. Then you are awake. Banabak, let me say this to you. Never try to experiment what we have already experienced on your behalf. Harego ho wena nana bashimane batla ho koba re bua ntheretse ba fika ge yo batla ikoba nana hona ne re sna bolo ne re bapala bolo a re na le dilamunu mara lamunu pele ge momona ne re massage hore re kgone ho thola the juice. Bashimane batla ho etsa tjena nana ba o kenye wimpi mona kanti ba o massage how so le soft ba o loma e ringa mene ka o fega ene pele ba ja wena ba ja juice abageta ba poster kwena ba ru useless mara juice ya ho ka mpenza bona. Na monghadi chuta ke bone bana ba 40 clinicing ka 4+1 bana le mekhaba mara mekhaba ena ba ithotse ba palame di vorpa. Ene wena o 40 mona o clinicing tsotsi ya hlahlamisa bomme mameleng ke sentse ke tlo fetela pe ke tile nna ke tlo rega shene ke tlo bua tloelang go botsa bana ba banana hore ba tlo nyalwa neng. A ke re bilane le bua mantswe a mabele re wa bona wa hola thaka tsa hao di nyetswe e re ke re fela God forbid ngwana ba re wena o shwaneng gobane le wena thaka tsa hao thaka tsa hao di shwele o shwaneng. Let us teach our children that marriage is not achievement. You can succeed without marriage. Bo, this same water, how we reka mo shop mo ya Pakistani mo hofinya na. O ga ithola mhlomo ke bukae? 11 rand. Ma go and get this water in the hotel. It will cost more. But same water, same brand. When you complain, they ask you, have you checked the place? Because if you want to determine the price, you develop the place. Now, which means you don't look for something, you become what you are looking for. Because you attract who you are. Skolon se simba botsa bana ka holo. Ba botsa sipo batla o ba eng? Sipo ke batla o ba doctor. Ba botsa sipati. Sipati wena. Ana mine ke batla o nyalwa ke sipo. Wena o nyetse ke sipo, wena o boling. Ke bo mabara ke batla o nyalwa ke ngaka, ke batla o ba yona. Ai bana ba ka re etse declaration. A ke batla o nyalwa ke monna ya successful, ke batla o ba successful. I'm about to go forward. Muruti, I give a let and touching at that's illing that the Mahwe. But the two people they were admitted in a hospital. One go like it's Rashino. I give a little fat la di battle. Go la latte like you have tease about. No, we will be okay. These two patients, one was critically ill and one was just ill, not serious. The student nurse mixed up the results, and she gave the one who is critical. Let me just say, he or she. Why are she gonna go to the nurse le bomme ba go la di kapitsa sentauleng. Ahula nkusheng ka maledu ke tsona re bitsa ke maledu matitolo mo shapa ka mpama tsatsi le re hai wena shebile basadi ka maledu. Now this critically ill patient received positive results. I'm just about to hand over the mic. And immediately that person recovered. And the one who was normally ill, when receiving negative result, automatically became critically ill. And when they were making a research, they found that these people were not made worse by anything, it's by information. The one who was so sick, when he received a message that I'm not sick, automatically he started to recover. And the one who was not critical, when he received a message that she's dying, she started to die. In this time and season, who are you listening to? The people you listen to can determine your destination. I want to quote this scripture because I cannot leave this without. The book of Judges chapter 6, Muruti. Can you read for us maybe from verse number 11, and then we continue. I will close this part and hand over to the tutor to introduce the MEC, address us, then I come back and we pray. Is that fine? I'm already finished. Let us read this story. I think Ruti can read from verse wherein the angel was sitting on the trees. Verse 10, 11?
11, Bishop.
11, yeah, start there quickly, Ruti.
Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree of Oprah,
Yes, sir.
which belonged to Joshua, the clan of Abiezer.
Yes.
Gideon, son of Joash, was threshing wheat.
He was doing what, Muruti?
Was threshing wheat
Yes, sir.
at the bottom of a winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites.
Yes.
The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said,
Listen to what the angel is saying to him.
Mighty hero.
This guy is afraid. He is depressed. He is hiding. When the angel comes, it calls him a warrior. When he was a warrior, God says, you are not a warrior. You are a warrior. Because God is not speaking to what is fighting you. He's speaking to the ability that is inside of you. Can I hear them trickling and say, I'm a warrior? Come on, say it. If you say it, you will see it. The power of life and death is in your tongue. Read, say.
Mighty hero.
Mighty hero.
The Lord is with you.
Come on. God will guarantee one thing. I'm with you. But in Transkei, it's Eastern Cape, during load shedding, in the darkness, mama kanti mme wa yona mosetse morao ukwa mama rondo yeke mntanami ndikujongile uthi kutsho njalo kuwe uthi undoyiki, don't be afraid of this giant ndikujongile. Ay man, how many people say God is watching me? Come on, young person, the Lord is watching you. Don't be afraid, don't be intimidated. Everything and anything is as big as you give it the size. Funda mfundi ayo emagaba kena kintwana ya Thembi funda Thembi funda mfundisi funda bankile maiki hao tswara ina moruti.
Sir, Gideon replied,
Listen to the reply.
if the Lord is with us,
If the Lord is with us,
why has all this thing happened to us?
what a question. If the Lord is with us, why am I living in such a family? Can I say something very profound here? God never created buildings. All the buildings you see here, they were not made by God. The streets you see, they were not made by God. God provided man who is full of creativity with the world that is empty. The power that God trusts man with is the idea. If you have an idea, you can solve problem. People who design tires, they were solving a problem. People who are rich, the man who owned Facebook, he was solving the communication problem. You cannot make an impact until you identify the need. I saw in another village in Africa, one man realized that this place is too hot and these people, they don't have electricity. He said, why I don't bring the solar system here? And the sun will naturally charge them, and all the phones of the village will come to my house if they want to recharge. Now that man is becoming the millionaire in a poor place because he identified the problem and he came with the solution. Because your idea can take you out of poverty. Your idea can deliver your family. If you have an idea, even if only 2 people believe in it, invest in your idea. Post your business in your Facebook, not your naked pictures. Post your ideas and sell your idea to the world, and one day the right bidder will show up and they will say, this is what we have been waiting for, this is what we have been looking for. I pray in the name of Jesus that out of all these students who are here, there will be the problem solvers and the dreamers of this generation. South Africa will become a better nation because there is an army rising up. There is a generation that has made up their mind that I refuse to accept the status quo. Through me, my family shall be saved. Through me, my mother will be recognized. I hear the Lord say, I'm gonna use you as a channel for a blessing. Hosepipe ya re reka ha etle metsi. Re reka macro isna metsi. Mara re connecta tepe. Tepe le yona ha ina metsi. E connectile di pipe. Di pipe le tsona ha di na metsi. Di connectile to the river. River le yona ha ina metsi. E lebelletse le hoti. Show me any tree that you know that has ever eaten its fruits. Show me a river that drinks its own water. You are made better to become a difference. If God lights your candle, He wants you to go and light other people's candle. When you light another person's candle, you don't lose your light. Don't be afraid to ask if you don't understand. I better be a fool for a moment rather than be a fool forever. As I close, Mongadi Chuta. Now when we start writing exams, we are not relocating. We're gonna use the same school and we're gonna use the same classes, but we're gonna say you are no longer a classroom, you are now an exam room. And in that classroom the teacher speaks, but when it's exam room the teacher is not allowed to speak. And the teacher is no longer called the teacher, it's called the invigilator. The reason the invigilator is quiet is because the invigilator has been speaking in your classroom. Your success in the exam room is determined by your sacrifice in your classroom. Those who play in the classroom, even if I can pray for you, I cannot help you. God is not a criminal. He's not gonna give you answers without sweat. Those teachers you see standing before you, they used to have sleepless nights. Some of them, they studied when there was no electricity. Some of us, we attended class where there was standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, standard 4 in the same room. And you will listen to the teacher teaching another class and you will have to be quiet until it's your turn. But now you have your own class, you have your own computer, you have your own Wi-Fi, but you are still failing. There is something wrong with you. To whom much is given, much is required. Can I see young people say, I'll be better than my parents? Second half. Come on. Keep on, remember, I will never end where my parents ended. Yeah, I will never fail where my father failed. Montate waka hlule nte nakilo hlulate. Momme waka felletse nte nakilo fitate. Akino phila mukuku le bana baka. Jwalo ka mme waka phetsile nna mukuku. Which means I'm introducing a new order. I'm introducing a new dimension. I want to say something to you young people. I've heard people say, no, it's running in our family. Have you heard people say that? No, it's running in our families. Runa, no, listen to me. Bishop is speaking to you. What was running in your family because of you, it's gonna run out of that family. Yeah! That poverty will run out of that family. Listen to me, young people. When God is done with you, those who never believed in you, they will never believe it's you. Come on young people, come on young people. You will have to reintroduce yourself again and say, I'm that young girl, I'm that young boy, because he lifted me up from the deep muddy clay and he planted my feet on the king's highway, and that is the reason. How many people say my story is about to change? Yeah, the story of my family is about to change. Oh, Shataka. Sindlule zintweni esisima njalo siyakhoba sindlule zintweni esisima kodwa njalo siya sindlule zintweni Come on, meticulous. Come on, meticulous. wena Jesu naso singabanqobile matriculate singabanqobile. I said to people, let me see. Now, in my spiritual journey, when I see E in my gauge at the petrol tank, I don't say empty. That E, I say it's enough. I'm saying to you, young person, the strength in you is enough to take you to your exam. Gideon, with the same strength that you have, you don't need an extra power. The power is inside of you. Tsatsi le mosadi wa ka o ntshella tswekere ka tieng a ke go tseba dikgaba tsa ka nna re na diphiri le ditiega di tseo ntsa di theola fela ka baka la dintho tsena tse o thwe ga kula re tsa mara wa tshela bale ha ke nwa kopi ke re mara Sekete ha wa inoka a ga love ke nokile e hloka fela wena o e futuwa ke bua le motho wa motjha e teng thwena ka hare. That potential is in you. That ability is in you. What we are going today, we're going to steer it up. Come on, people, say, Lord, steer it up. United. What's about Halo on a pelgrin di phone Motimagate? Never shoot at the nepe motiare. Marane di Shatsu and Ediswa Karale Fifi. Di hlatswa kwa lefifi ha o bona darkness o tsebe ntwa o ya hlatswa. You will get you take them in the light, but pictures come out in the dark. Exam room is an opportunity of hlatswa dinepe lo hlatswa film ha ona batjha ba nkutlwa lo hlatswa film ka ka metse ka mo ke na re ke tlo hlatswa film. Moruti mana ha ka mane ke kentse ntong ba ke eng thuse ke inverter wa tseba inverter e sebetsa kwa ha Eskom e santsane e tshirandle e release mabona inverter yona ha e bapale e tlatsa di battery ha mabona a tima battery di a duma ngwana sekolo ka classing o tlamelo be inverter ha teacher e bua wena o charge di battery ha o kena ka exameng ha mabone a tima ba ba mantse ba sheba page 15 wena wa ngola inverter tlatsa di battery ngwana ka tlolla bashimane tlolla banana tlolla jwala tlatsa mashala ke rata motho ana etsa dipompo tsa dikoloi tse tshelang tate makgwe tse tshelang ditanketse ko la o ka totsa maka 1 itse di bitsa ka di liter 1 la o ka tla ka uno fire nyane mo ke ta o tshela Range Rover yona pipe eo e fita le uno ho tsho ha ona taba le size, you must just be available. Jwale ha o tlile garageng la e ka ba petrol attendant ina le attitude nna ke a kena a kira ke atla ho yena ke tlo tlatsa tanka ya ka la ka ba go tichere mamang hangate o tla ba strong minier nna ke tlo tlatsa bokamoso ba ka.
Hallelujah.
O ska lo fa skolo ka baka la motho ya sa o dumedisi o tla start. Ene ke a qeta jwale skolo ha se parking station o ska bo so dula mo iketse ancestor ke filling station o ke wa dumella o tsamaya ka 80 filling station ha o keta o tlatsa ha o dumelle lo kenya keloko wana le koloi tse di bana ba bang ba tla ka morao tswa ka classing khona le ma grade 11 it's a space mara ho fitla freeway o etsa 120 freeway ya hao ke UOFS freeway ya hao ke University of Cape Town ha o fitla mo wa accelerator wa ba bontsha o iketsetse mbantshetsi ka eng Tafita o bolaya bere ha keta wa thula, o bolaya tau ha keta wa thula. Ha ke re tseo ke di first time, ke di second time. Mara jwale ha o fihla ho Goliath, jwale o hla marangrang jwa hobane jwale o fihlile the last number. Ke bo mang ba reng ya nthusitseng ka first time, ya nthusitseng ka second time, o tla nthusa le ka last time. The same God. Now ke batla le sia bana ba ka mantswe a le kgothale. Ke mana etsa katiba ya Goliath, ke ena le batho ba hae. Mara why katiba yo ine na le lesoba le setseng fela le lekanang le jwe la Tafita? Ke mang a butsing kepe yo? Why Goliath ya ntweng ana le gap? Ene Tafita o tsibile jwang gore le jwe la lenkang ke size ya gap. Wena o nkile khoso modimo sa o buletse gap. Modimo sa o buletse gap. How should I feel about it? This is the one. Mara regular first peak. Date mo ho thwe ha Goliath antsa commenta, Tafita mo tloela lo collector. Ke wena ntse ba jola, wena o no collector nana. Ba re serebosi e tla mathela maotong, wena wa kamajwe. E re anka majwe a kenya mokotleng wa hae, hobane ka re zeme re batla ntho ka mokotleng wa hao na hana o so pasa ka o kopa be go isa Italy ge go lo representa province o lo puta kwana ka stadiano. Pasa hantle ga o fitla kwana o bene le sebete, ha o hlaga go fa crown o botse ba it's my sweat. Ke batla o sia ntho ntate ke fanda te chuta ga kwala qetile. Tafita ha keta o kenya lejwe ka wrestling a le etsa tjena. Hei wena sekolong mo ha ba o etsa tjena, ha ba o sotle. Ha o sa etse lejwe tjena go etelele o limita momentum. Ke se ne go latella ge go fihle ka nako, re batla ha o release o lo shapa Belgium, re batla re o release o ya France. Sometimes when we prepare you, it's like we are killing you. Haba bamba re teacher e khopo wena gore na stay in the sling. Haba minero wa tina gore na shape me. Tsatsile le mme wa ka ne re bone bohobe bo re isitse ga tla ka dikotlolo. Ga re mang komba go ngwathela re butleng bana ba ka nna ke na le experience. Bohobe bo a bo jowe pele bo chekwa. Tlisetseng foroko. Ke re mme o tlwetsang a re ke batla o bo hlaba ka hare. Cause nako ngwe bo kukumulile mara bo tletse hlama. Nako ngwe nana wa tseba ka nti ha o tsebe. Dumella go hlabe ka fereko. Go cheke go ready na. Cause mo yang re tswa teng. Re tseba di satane tsa moya, re tseba meleko ya moya. O ya rese ngwanaka o lo bana le hahao pele o bana le hahao. O ska etsa rese ye o tulo ya di-abortion, o bolaela bana ka moo o tlamehile be go ikhudisa ka moo.
Hallelujah.
Ska dumela tlala ngwanaka yetse o tlale. Tla bo jole le bo sugar daddy ba sena ntswekere. And I get to na ke mojolo wa ntena ha o graduate. La o na le 16 ntso bitswa boy. Ho to boyfriend. Ba o tsubisa bubbly. Wa khohlela walla ebile o liswa ke sasa. Mona generator la iduma o bipeditse ma 2000 ka mosi. Young girls, can I see you here? Lift up your hands. It's not about what the man is driving. It's about who is driving that man. Who is driving that man? Not the car. Koloi yonzo bapala ka city o number 16 mo. Ho qeta o thewa motho mo, o nkga motho mo. Ba o entse spewile ba o ntsha fela ka dipantshaga. Ka Valentine ba nyamela. Ska iketsa makoti mo sa nyalwang. O so hlatswa dijana ka sholo. O tla sala o ratana le boragadi. E va ile tsotsi le cherry o sile le fung gangwe ke mosi o etsa stoto. Ona le mothemo mo bona ga lena video tsa moruti Sekete mona le mothantenne.
Jesus.
Ke go batla mo buretsa ka tausi. Are menga mauto. We're gonna just hand we over. We are about to finish. Go fantate chuta bu a few words, then the MEC make the address, then I come and pray and we close. We are done. Mara ntate moruti magwe ka baka la go nna ke kerekeng e re all right. Skara wara baratu. Kola mahlo. Bana ba ka re ke le jwetse nnete. Hangata re le kgothatsa re beya modimo ka pele. Mara ha o thusa o beya modimo ka pele o sena ena ka pelo. Modimo a tlo lwanela university ke modimo ya ka pelo. Modimo a tlo o sireletsa ha mma o le ntata o ba le siko ke modimo ya ka pelo. Modimo tla o kata university o khutla after 3 years o ntso le complete. O tla kena university o be doctor o sena ska. Ke modimo fela ka o boloka. Ke batla go gapela le wena hohle mo leta hore moruti nna ke hloka ho mfa modimo bophelo baka. Ha o thusa o batle thapelo ho modimo sa batle modimo. Nka yena o tla thola tsae. Ke pa phamisa letso hore moruti Sekete rape ke tlo rapela le wena le ka ntle hohle mo lenteng. Phamisa letso. Akore morena Jesu. Lentswe la hao ke le utlwile. Ke a o dumela hore wena o morena. Busa bophelo baka. Laola bophelo baka. Pata bophelo baka. Dibataneng tsa bophelo. Nthuse modimo hore mo ke sa boneng teng ebe wena ya nshebela. Kata moya waka ka lebitso la Jesu. Ngola le lebitso laka bukeng ya hao ya bophelo ka Jesu morena. Shapela modimo matso. Re ka dula fatshe. Re ka dula fatshe. Ke kopa le time tse ding tse etsang ho bene le ntho. I'm about to call Ntate Chuta. We are on time, beloved. It's 11:45. We'll be out of here any time from now. Then when we are done, Tate Makweka will come and we make a prayer. I just prayed in Tate Makweko Tobela FM. I prayed for Batubalimpopo Bamamedi Batobela for matriculants. I was on live on radio from 10 past to 9:30. Amen. Now Kiko Pantate Chuta Atleka Pilar Moshapele Matso. I want everyone to remain seated until we are finished. This is very sacred and this is very important. Kikbuka musoba. Haibe mwana wa soka ba metric. Hlono yemele mwana hao asoka fitla metric. Ndate, ke a leboha.
Siphume ezintweni zinzima. Siphume ezintweni ezinzima. Oh, ayibo. Ke tlo bulela fela misi mara ntimaditse gore you mesmerized me a ke kgone go itshwara o fikile moo o sa fitlele motho o fikile at the core of it. Siphume ezintweni ezinzima. Batho ba bangata bishop ya ka a ke tlo beya MEC ya mpitsitseng ha tsejwe ke mang kapa mang ka ntle ho nna. Ha ntho tse ding di etsahala batho ba tle ba re well done, ebe ka pelong ke re ha le tsebe ya tlileng ka that idea. Bishop, Slimo le Slimo, this has become a tradition. Orare longola, rea kopana. Me yare ka Slimo se seng. Kare na. Ha se ke ra tseba modimo ona. That was 2017. Ha se ke ra mo tseba. Ha re le ntwe. I'm not sure somebody who wa nkutlwa na. Kare ha re mo tsebe ha re phiperela ntwa hobane tseleng re tlo mo hloka ketelong re tlo mo hloka ha ketelong una hopolwa ka ketello. This year ne re bulelwa ke Methodist Church e re vula masango singene bathi ndifikile Jordan susa zonke kane re kena ka Selimo me Selimo sena ha re kwala last year ne re kwalwa not last year ka 2019 because of COVID ara khona o kwala hantle ka 2019 ne re kwalwa ke Bishop Jones wa Trinity. Ke hlola ke re ha bao re sebetsang le bona re competition in Bishop re modimo le mo mara competition ke hlola ke re ho bona ha le ka theowa ka supiswa ntlo ye re tamile re lo kena ho yona ha re tswa moo ha ona mthata re thiba ke supisitse ntlo yena ya House of Praise ke supisitse ntlo yena hore le matha a teng impa ona le letsha lo ba ka feta ho lona mme letsha leo le se le fuduwe ke mohlankana wa ka e leng Bishop Sekete. Yaba team ya office ya ka ke re ho bona re ya ho Bishop Sekete. Ha ke tsebe e bitswa mang mara ke bontshitswe ke hlola ke e bona ke re ke na fetang ke kala o kena mara ke bontshitswe ke re ke a mokhukhu ka razamde ka re ria ke re ke nya Bishop Sekete ha ke tsebe e bitswa eng ka re aida e bitswa eng ke re ke mara se ke se bang ke re ke ya Bishop Sekete khanti ke House of Praise. Re to praise Modimo o re hlotse pele re hlola re tlile fela ka jeng ho tlore o Modimo wa maobane o Modimo wa ka jeng mme o tla ba Modimo wa ka osa le moriante o ntse o le teng re tlile fela ka jeno le MEC hobane ka setso haye mane ha ke sebetsa dintho tsa setso ha ke bitsa bana ba banyanyana ke sixhosa sizobaqaba ha re tlo ba lokisa ka setso re sa ba ise dingakeng re ba bitsa ka setso tseso ha ke na o etsa nthweo ntate moholo a ntsa phila ke bitsa khoku ya lelapa la ibane ke nna tshwereng empa khoku ya lelapa ha e ka fitla la sa re letho e dutse mane tau e ntse e supa fela dintho di a buleha re bitsitse khoku ya education department ka jeng me ka 2017 pina ya rona ha re bula district u fitela ilo felella re ne re bagayi namhlangosi siyamanga kuba Askis. Hona le moya o ntsamaisa. Askis.
Hallelujah.
Ha na go ina ifitla. Metswalle ya leba. Tse go di tshepileng dia leba. Ha na go ina ifitlile. Silemon sena. Ha re se kwala. Si fiki te fikile etota nesu Mutomulari ukeke wafa teacher platform at the same time that teacher ili a lay preacher hanotloa stage uthatha kitlwe mara ke atlo what's a bishop only maditsi I'm a Methodist.
Oh yes.
There was one, but now there are two. These mainline churches, they've got a way of teaching. No. Yes, a way of teaching in a form of preaching. The methodology, that is why. My spiritual father, Elim Bishop Jones from Trinity, I adopted him in 2012. Hanege kala huba district director. Keka muhawa hayefe. 10 years. I'm the longest serving district director. Bamputsa hore ho khone a jwang selemo le selemo o ntse ba motjha e ka re wa qala ke re mohlanka wa modimo Bishop Jones anampei letso la hae empa ka odima hae ene le letso la modimo ke tlola ku utlwa Bishop Sekete go mamela le di radio mo ke batla emisa MC ya ra ke botsa team ya ka impotsa ane ke re tla o Bishop Sekete o monga ba re Bishop Sekete kana kwa kereke fi ke re hona le kereke charismatic church ka ramotse Bishop o nkile ka mutlwa motho eo ke bontshitswe yena a ba re ofi o le harera ha monati tsena a preacher ba re ka re ke ena ye ubani una sa tsebe Bishop Sekete ka ra yo ke ena ke sipisitseng ye ne ke tla le mala lo feta o sa re ai purumeta ubani lentsula modimo ha le bokwe re lwa re boka ntho tse sa bokweng motho a keta o thewa staging a iputetse fela tje be re mo tlapela matsoho re re well said yena deserves a round of applause. A round of applause. This man, Erem Emisang, Kabkhutshwanyane, a re yentseng seo re le sona Hona le se fela se ha o batla o tseba ka mo ke phusitsweng ka teng. Mamela ha go tshwetsa. Make you supisa tsela. This is not just an ordinary MEC. Batlan tshwarela ba bang di MEC ba ka utlwa ne ke sa bui ka bona. Ke bua ka Dr. Tate Magwe. Di MEC le fatsheng lena le di minister di teng. Motho a ka bolellwe a sa phela. Bana mohlantsa maileng ha ke batla ho bua next tsa menyabuketso ya hae. Ke bua ka motho eo chorus mo Kriste ha qeta ho bona sefahleho sa Jesu. Ha tswa mo a tswang teng, ha re wan di thata la. I mean, wan di beka la. I mean, uyeso lona unobubele. I mean, I'm talking about a person who took us from nowhere to somewhere. This MEC is the only MEC, truth be said, in the whole country who has made it possible that education becomes fashionable. Before the MEC, there were schools because there has to be schools. There were teachers because there were learners. But the value of those buildings, really kala re bona ka this man of God. Ke hopula hana kala are teachers and education officials. We are engineers in our own right. Baruti ki di engineers in their own right. Dinese ki di engineers. Everybody's an engineer. But Luna, you are social engineers. Because literally society, we try. An engineer, ibona problem, it's like a solution. I get you. How no church are. This is the man. Yekibatang harim emisa, rutwisise. Hakibatu waka the past year high. Or went in skolong utwakai. That is not important for me. Now, what is important, Yuri? Why are we standing here? This man help us as a district, a small dusty district in the Northern Free State. Yari hanako inse tsamaya. People that wanted to know which district is this, it was through this man. Hababona minyabuketso. Balibala hore. Behind every success, there is word of God. This is the man who introduced Bane banana ori ki politician Hatsibi Muji. Originally, Utsa Wesel, Aktibi no Salikai. Margem Tele le Dodan. Libo Ndatema Hashuli. Kibatubatwanti. This man Urinkile ka 2009. Haiba MEC. He's not the only longest serving MEC in the whole country, not even Free State. He's the longest serving MEC. In the Free State, he's the longest serving MEC for education. Nobody has ever served so long. Ubani ukhetwe Muji. Kiena ya ileng are hama emalichi una le matla a hlokela mara matla ao aka morenge ka udimo. This MEC took this district from nowhere to somewhere. Ke ka fela o lefa o re ha re tlo bua ka motšheno e kana ba ha ke no bua ntho tse di mara go tlile profit o bane rona re tsamaiswa ke moya ha o ile wa bua re utlwa ka pelenyana hore mona ho bua moya ha o bue motho ha ke no e bua eo ke tla etsa mohatla moshodu eng hona le mohatla mo le shodu sa moemong MEC o re kadile ka 68% ha o thwa di matriculants di a qala o ka ile a fitla moo a ne re fitla ha o bua ka grade 12 performance go re bohlanya bo re bo bonang hakana everybody demanding this matric certificate a bona bohlokwa ba yona. This is the man ha na fitla we were there ka 68.92%. Ranyolowa selemo sa isa pili ra re 73.82. Hanan lata credo man ke le principal amen the time has come nyolowa ke santse ke le monyane MEC a re nyolowa ka utlwa lentswe le reng ya re tshepisitseng wa tshepahala ska tsuwa iya ya re selemo se latelang a re beya we 80.59% when no district in this country were the only districts in Free State tse tsamayang ka di 80 abe are mediocrity is not my middle name. Hard work and excellence, that's what I'm known of. Selatelang are closer are beya 86.2%. Are sabuela mra Ranyolowa ka 2014 how we introduce the new curriculum maybe to CAPS in the whole country re ranka a dive hanyane we went to 83.9%. We maintained the 80s because sahaye ki excellence. 2015 we came up ka 86.2%. This district out of 5 districts nere number 5 kana go tseo ratla ntse re totoba ke thabetse utlwa hore ka jeno lena ha o no bua ore go starta o hantle but consistency is failing and failing and failing until you succeed. Ku tlwila o fitla mo ka ke hopola taba tsena ya re ka 2016 ya kala inkathaso yaba re ha re sa tloga ka baka la monna yeno ya ileng a re tsietsa ra re batlo mo phoka mohlanka modimo nationally before 2016 nationally nearly 66 haradi district tse 83 rana ra toto wa ntse re tla bo 40 something ra tla bo 30 something ne re sa tsejwe impa ka jeno re a tsejwa ka baka la monna yena 2016 we're the first district ya unoka 90% and above in the country. We came number 1 in the country ka 91.2%. I beg your pardon. Number 1 in the province, number 2 in the country. And hataba number 2 ne re tswa kwa number 15. It's possible. It looks impossible until it is done. 2017 rara haritsitsinye riemi muna raba number 1 ka 90.18% in the province and in the country. We became the first district in Free State to take that number 1 spot, and we shall be the only one until cows come back home. Not until Jesus comes, until cows come back home. Can 19, that was, I beg your pardon, not 19, that was 2018. Raba number 1 again. Ke hopola mantswe ana re tla ba shapa, re be re ba shape, re be re ba shape, o fitlela ba tlwaele. And I want to hear the minister saying, ladies and gentlemen, number one in the country, the province, again. Gore that, ka utlwa thuthumela, ka re tlo etsahala. It happened, it also happened with us. Raba number one again. God, that was 2018. 2019, Raba number one again in the province. Number 3 in the country, top 3. Yabaka 2020, Raba number 1 again in the province, and now number 6 in the country. 2021, una le sekolo se kileng ka se omanya khuti a ke no se bua mara ba omantseile ba bonahala jwane. That is the only school se le sa senior shape ena hobane sine se tshwere 0.8% ya ka yona fela e ke bentse ke again ya ba ka 2021 in the province raba number 2 ka 87.5%, raba number 3 in the country. Re-improve our moves up. I declare, Daneglu Bishop Jones, I declare, Urauna leto, leta emampela rona. Ubani una le rona. Kamurao, kapili, lega matuko. Next year, I'm coming back to this church. Kito Refela. We are number 1 again as Free State. Let us put our hands together for Dr. MEC Kate Mahwe. Are mo fe matso, are mo fe mpine mona tsope. Are mo fe
Tataru ya ba ojibo. Obitola Sekete Tataru Dayama Otimo Obitola Sekete Tataru
baena pele doctor fela a bua ka pelenyana fela hona le emergency fela ka ntle ka mana motho ba tlang go potlakisetswa fela ka pelenyana kae koloi ena e kwetse gating hantle ha o gone ho tswa mane hona le emergency. Koloi ena ke KR 66SCGP KR 66SCGP GP e kwetse tsela fela re na le emergency fela ka pelenyana ha o ka tla fela ka ntle. Amen.
Ke a leboha. E re ke sebedise monyetla ona ho leboha program director, ke leboha introduction ya Dr. Chuta, haholo ke leboha Bishop Sekete. Ke a utlwa hore o ma 1000. No, ke le ka kopana le Bishop Sekete re le mane Qwaqwa, ke a bona le tsamaya jwang le Pastor Sizwe, because la tshwana kore la tshwana, and I'm sure bana ba rona ba mo tseba Pastor Sizwe. And I must say, how ntse o bua mona ke lo reng na o qetile moruti mo and only beile better than I could have put them. So re go leboha na moruti ne go mametse how it is better to train them than to tame them. Ko mametse hantle. How bua ka spiritual fitness. Wena ne ke shebile bana ba ka mona ba nki di notes. Na MEC wa lona ke nka di notes because ke batla o ikgopotsa ke tswa mohlomong he a le tshwane le nna lona ntse le na le memory o stronger, you'll always remember. Dr. Chuta, thank you very much for choosing this church. Ke nahana hore you made the right choice. Ke a bona hore mona the church really supports education. Because education will never succeed. Education isn't to a school. Education belongs to the people. And if the church leads the people, there's no way the church cannot lead in education. So re batla re ke be hore tate moruti ha o batla o ya sekolong ha ba o sokodisa fela umfounela so that lots of spiritual fitness, because it's very, very important what we have said. Ke lebohe boteng ba baetapele ba district affairs letabe. Thank you very much, we have done well. Tate Chuta ko ntsa di beya mona re ne le tswe number 1 la thewa la nyoloa jwalo. Empa ka jeno if ile hore bana ba face letabe kaofela ba utlwile molaetsa o, I can assure you face letabe is going to be number 1 again. Ke lebohe di principal tsa rona, you are the ones who face difficulties on the ground. Ke lona le dilang ka bana ba rona sometimes ba sa hlompheng ba le nyatsang ba le roakang. So we really want to praise you and say, may the Lord give you strength. Mosebetsi ona how easy. When you are in the game, it's very different from when you are as a spectator. So the principals are there in the game. They understand the problems every day. Don't worry about newspapers who come out and say, le juang. Don't worry about them. As long as the church, like House of Praise, be strong and keep on the fight, because it's a war this thing. Rekele buele ma teacher a rona ke tsebisele kereke hore re la ba le problem mane in a small town of Soutpan, and I'm sure by now everybody knows it. Or one of our teachers ya physical science o hlabile ke tikatipa ke student sa neng a se support. My teacher re ba encourage or no adopt learners. So wa mo adopt ngwana o hlaha from a very poor family, wa mo adopt wa mo support. Now o mo alawa le hore mantsibwana ka tla hae a tlo mo thusa. We don't know what went in the mind of this young boy, or at the end anke tipa a hlabe teacher and I am support. It's very painful because scholar ke bua tsona bare this young man ka September ona passed hantle because of the support of the teacher. Ona sabile afumane bachelors, so he was going to succeed anyway. Now he has destroyed himself. We have lost a teacher that is 35 years old. And my pain, it defined Wakehori. She was still going to teach for another 30 years. Many generations were going to benefit from this. And I think as a society, Free State but Mantswa Mruti, will go on. So our teachers are our pride. What we can never be what we are without our teachers. Regabuar Free State number one, but we must always remember, or it's because it's of our teachers. We must always say it openly. Skeratsaba Dr. Chuta. Skerabuas if Kirona is facing the problems. The teachers are facing these problems. And some of our teachers are young, very young. See, that's why they must leave school. So that because omung teacher a girlfriend. And that becomes a problem. And now we've got many young, highly qualified young teachers who are brilliant, committed, who want to make a difference, like the teacher who has passed on. So we really want to say to our teachers, we will do everything within our power to improve security in our schools. We don't know yet what we can do, but we know that if God says teachers are important, if God says teachers must be safe, all of us must just make sure that we do what God says must be done. I think it's also important to congratulate the class of 2022 and to say to all of you, it's not all of you have reached grade 12. So the first thing that you must celebrate, go grade 12. That is a success. We have reached a stage, how apply lamsebeti. Even if it's only doctor, they still want to see that certificate. Even if it's only engineer, they still want to see that certificate. Loudly teacher or apply, we still want to see your matric certificate. Loudly Dr. Shooter, only doctor or PhD. How apply ornament, we still want to see that certificate. So we want really our learners to take heed. Come on to Amurutika Jenu and make sure that we work hard and make sure that we succeed, because that certificate can be beautiful. Sekaba se harikaba le distinctions. And I'm sure that in routine, we want to say to you today, come for movie lengating. Okompe bana ba kereke ya hao. Baba raro baba nefela. Bana distinctions se tharo fela. I'll make sure they get bursaries. So that we are so man, so how that the Muruti are amme, and we are motivated, we are energized, we are going to work even harder. You did not only motivate the learners, but grade 12, you motivated us also. The teachers who were here, I could see them standing, fired up. I could not contain myself. So Dr. Chutanzo Buamona, I knew what you were talking about. And on Tuesday, because I was going to say exactly the same things that you were saying. But Muruti, how rapela Rokopa, there's nothing wrong with a black child. If a black child is given support, they can give you 100%. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's God's will for us to be the way we are. And I want to take it further and say there's nothing wrong about being black teacher. There's nothing wrong. We have seen now, I just don't want to waste time, but we have seen now that Banabarona have given us 100% in mathematics. We have seen now, before I became MEC of Education, it was fashionable. Who have done well, it was white. And I said, Tate, you struggled for this. You spent your time Napel, I was working here at AECI. I was an engineer in 1986. I could, polythene, yes. Polyethylene too, right. I was working there. I could have stayed and enjoyed life. But at that time, I choose a route that says, go back. You can't succeed alone. You must fight for the country. And we took that decision. I got joined Mzabalazo because I had nothing to do. I was working. At that time, I was earning 3,000 rands. It was a lot of money. God, 1980 something, it was a lot of money. You know, and then we took that decision to say, I want to be part of those who must liberate this country. I want to be part of those who will allow a church, if they want to pray, they must be allowed to pray. I want to be one of those who will allow a church to have white people if they want to. I want to have to be one of those who would allow a church to operate in a wide area. Because these are the freedoms that we fought for. Your children, our children, you must understand that it was a conscious decision to say we need to do certain things for us to be free. And I'm happy today that our learners, and I said when I started that, Nankekekaba an MEC of education, I want to be in the battle. And I'm happy that in this battle, we have produced Bana, even from here, who got 7 level 7. We have had instances here in Zamdela where schools have given us 100%. Your non-Khupuleng has given us 100% before. The other one, says English medium. They've given us 100%. Black teachers, black children. Nothing wrong about us. And I'm saying these things. I'm saying these things because I want our children to believe in themselves. I want our children to have a fighting spirit. Even if you walk to Vets University, which school are you from? You must never be afraid. And Zamdel. Because I know that Banayana Bana Baslan Kolonse Turang, it's about Tebe, it's about 300,000. They want to make you feel down. Tell them that you are simply the best because you come from the Free State province. Just last week, we were having National Teaching Awards. And then you saw that in the Free State, out of 13 positions, we won 6 of them, competing with all the whole country. So there's nothing wrong with a black teacher. Don't take your child to white school because onahana or there's something wrong with our teachers. If you've got the right to do so. But don't think there's something wrong about our teachers. They can teach. And many of them are more qualified than some of the schools that we are taking our children to. And yes, we must accept that there's some 1 or 2 mistakes, but I can tell you, it's a journey. As Mrutata says, it's like a ground. Floor 32, Marakalaga on a ground. And that's where we've started. Kabanavarona, in the next 7 days, they'll be writing these exams. In the Raukopana de Muruti Hore, Capacichabaka Fela Baena, Leba Rapelle, Leba Bedi Tapelung, Leba Tihese, Leba allow Babas Nampana Matata High. If Babata Troitza, homework Yawana Kerekimu, please open the church, light Baba Sebetemo Kerekimu. Because the church belongs to the people. And if the church can be part of the community, the people will defend the church. Banabaruna Bakala 31st. It's October. English, paper 1. And we are saying to them, focus. Don't look back. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Sometimes mutato distractor is a person who's very close to you. Sometimes it's your own parent. Sometimes it's your friend. Now I know because I attended at the time Valley University of Technology. At that time, in the 80s, there were no black people there. So nakira ke abrega kotla auswaka or ke rakgadwaka ke abrega ke moqoqela hore wa tseba ka mo tlase mona ke kena le maghoa ke abrega armang wena o kena le maghoa mang sa tontina mo. So I'm just saying, sometimes that negativism comes from very, very close people. It's now time to focus. If somebody is on your way, go under them, go around them, and make sure that you achieve whatever you need to be able to achieve. We must never be afraid of exams. I'm rooting no relevant man. Korekan nete no relevant. I ngaraka video yana video monoto preacher them. I no relevant. Isn't that but what communication? Isn't re video mona re hase province na ka ofela mo. Yeah. Because he says to us, don't be afraid of this thing called an exam. It's a dark hour where you're going to be prepared. Feeling me is way. That's what the feeling me fella. That's all. You have been here for 12 years in the school. The teachers have supported you. The parents have supported you. Everybody, the whole community celebrates you. Don't be afraid. You can't be afraid now. You can't chicken out now. You can't doubt yourself now. It's not possible. Just go and write whatever you remember and fight in that examination. If there's a paper, as a question, I will sing. It's why I not and never leave a paper. Always advise learners. Never leave a paper unattempted. There must be somebody who says, "Le maka shabamo armar ozam." You know. In physical science, about accounting, even if it means just writing a formula, why it's even momentum, right? Now, even if what's about it, hey man, put on a handle. Momentum, MV equals M1 V1 equals to M2 V2. Why on? On formula momentum. Why say I'm no? Whatever information you just write there something. Write something. When the marker comes, it's very easy to put a red pen. Mare how nearly something they are going to read that thing. And remember, we are paying them to mark. So if you don't write anything, it becomes fruitless expenditure. Next. So write something so that the teacher can be able to see that what's that mean? How do you 2 marks? And that 2 marks can be a difference between a level 6 and a level 7. It's very, very important. So we really want to thank Baruti Kaufela for supporting our learners, to tell them again that exam is normal. To tell them again, the same classroom. In fact, you told them that in the same hall becomes the examination room. So they can even come in there, close their eyes, and see the principal as they were motivating them. So we are saying to our kids, the house of praise says to all of us, don't be afraid of the exam. If there's anything that you must remember out of this, don't be afraid of examination. It's part of life. If people come ba tla ba tlo hlaba ba batla go bona re butsutse a kae ha ba o bolaya ba o hlaba fela ba kgone go checka gore no o butsutse ha kae. And also that's what exam does. Moruti, we've got a commitment in the Department of Education. Rona, we raise the bar. We never accept mediocrity. It's about 75% eo. 75%. It was before I was MEC Education. Now I am MEC Education. We have to raise the bar. And we raise the bar to 80. And I must say, congratulate everybody, second managers, subject advisors, because for the past 13 years in the Department of Education, we have never achieved below 80%. We are the only province in the whole country. And that is that, setting the bar, setting the standard. Don't undermine yourself. The same teachers, same schools in Nelang, same everything, but different attitude, different thinking, different motivation. And that is why I'm Rutikil Bellarono. You don't understand this thing, how powerful it is. Just to come here and be motivated. Just to come here and be told that you can make it. To be told that your circumstances now will never define your future. I always tell young people, you don't choose your parents. So if somebody says to you, "Haluna ki mukuku," umudretor no, kin need, hesu ki mukuku, but mukuku o asawaka, mukuku o belongs to my parents. Watch the space when I have my own house. When you are the child in the province of the Free State, never allow anybody to intimidate you. You must walk tall. Wherever we walk, whether kibo China, kibo kaka, lebo Germany, kilabo and slangetanyana. No, I'm not looking for a country to stay in. I'm a South African, and I'm just visiting you. I'm going back to my country. I'm not a refugee. I've been a refugee before my country was liberated. But now I love my country with all its problems. I love my country with the mistakes that we are doing, because I know that with education, the more we expand education, the better we'll always be. We have said amongst ourselves at the Department of Education, we close the gap. So I keep at the banabaka, have a couple of banabatans so high. No, you are given the same question paper. It's the same curriculum. Kiro na ba pele ba apartheid ine ga kopana le ba bang o botse ba kana curriculum ya ka Bantu Education go class. We fought for the curriculum must be the same. So your curriculum is the same. Whatever they do, you write how many 90%. Of money 90% the eshapile wana lo khoa. It's the same 90%. Same markers, same textbooks. Yes, indeed. Big rugby playing field and stuff like that. Let those not intimidate you. The test is the exam. That is where you are actually made into a picture. So we took a decision that we will close the gap. And we have succeeded. I'm very, very proud of my teachers, because you would know by now that how only the extra classes, even Bana Batla Hankobo Sasolbek High and all these expensive schools, Bata tender extra classes, so how can you say there's something wrong with our teachers? So we have closed the gap. And one of the things that we want to do is to make sure that we support learners in all grades. And that is why I don't choose. Because the same seriousness, it's a lango metric. It's all from grade 1. It's all from grade R. And make sure Banabarnaba flow. One of the reasons your rebellion extra classes tse ngata-ngata tse bana ba sa di holidaying is because we are trying to close the gaps that were made earlier on. So we need to achieve. We are still working on that one. And we are very, very happy that national or the president has now agreed that even ECDs will now fall under the Department of Education. Ha isa bantwana ya robala ya no. Bana ba eme ba bue ba robala every we are to better examine like what no ba to stimulate. Bana ba be stimulated language, mathematics, so that now by the time of the matric, because curriculum ya tshwana mos. Ntse ba kenya hanyane. How wana is a 1 plus 1 ki 2. La o se le ko matric 1 plus 1 is 2. Right? Bana go primary school better times tables. Better 7 times 7 is 49. Hasa go high school, but for a square root of 49. Same thing. So bana wa go ba betsa ka ona fela nto ya hore bona ba primary school ba supportile hawo. And then by the time of the high school, in fact, lona na le bana ba kena le primary school. You see their homework, they work hard. Of course, they must play, they must enjoy. But they must work hard and make sure that they enjoy education. So this is our target that we want to achieve. Lastly, I want to say that Mrutuko summarizes what you were saying. That Mrutu was saying to all of our learners, do your best in the examination. But before you go to the examination, set targets for yourselves. Never be afraid. Don't be afraid. Hori, 7 level 7s. Let me tell you something. If ilorene, what your objective, kapa target how you see, is a very weak target. Target out of me how is shame or hey man, achieve man. It's not possible. That's the right target to set. So Kalakupa Banabaka today, Banaba Zamdela. Or Hale Tomon, Lebatlin Kaufel. Hale Tomon. Now it's still time. Go home and say for Sesotho, Kitagata level 7. In your bedroom. In all. Put a poster there, let it be there. See it every time when you wake up in the morning. So that when you wake up, we talk about level 7. Right? And don't be afraid to aim for 7 level 7s. In the deep poverty. Weekend. We saw them doing well. Today, some of them are engineers. Some of them are doctors. In fact, we've got 2 young women from Kota who became number 2 and number 1 in the whole province. I am our first standing ovation. And I said, you know, the most important thing is that they were girls. It was girls whose parents were not working. Both of them, Bako University of Witwatersrand now, by medicine. Without wasting your time, Muruti, one of these young women, okay, I call her a young woman now because she's now at the university. She's a student. What are your fates? So I apply. Then she comes to me and say, "Hey, man, I apply. Marunda de ma go ke batla ya fates." Well, how many results then that? Unsa instruction o matuna. Matuna tame amate. I had to run, and I phoned the university. Because we've got a good student here who must come to VETS. She wants to come to VETS and she wants to do medicine. They say, medicine is closed the previous year. Come May. Carno, please, man. How come results are high? You know, you will change your mind. They made a mistake. But okay, the Rumela had the results today, but we tell you won't accept them. It's about the Rumela, average young one in 93%. 93%. Hakata we fax ake ba romela. The next call can you give us her numbers? And I'm so proud that this young girl from Kwako, taught by black teachers in a rural school, no support. You know, load shedding is permanent. When she became, she went to vet, and at vet she became first year the best student in whole vet Vatrasrand. And that is why we really want to ask our learners that we are doing well. But for that fighting spirit, they've got that capacity. They have impressed us. This other one, about the top learner, recruiter omu. This one learner, learner know just a week ago, national prayer service. Learners is now doing second year. Umusisanyane man, umusisanyane ke pikinyana kana nyana. Ke re loena ka nnete. A ga tate magwe ke ba mathisa. A re ke ba mathisa. A re la bua wa tate magwe ha ba bua sekgoa se ke sa se utlwing. I'm going to raise my hand and ask a question. Never undermine yourself. If you don't understand language, you raise your hand and ask a question. That person, that professor is there to support you. And one of the things that they always raise is that Banabarona, they are afraid to ask questions. So Dr. Chuta, when we prepare them for university, one of the most important things, they must develop confidence to raise their hand and succeed and ask questions. We are also saying that, Murutu, you said, they must now focus on their studies and use all the knowledge that they've had in the past 12 years. Remember, grade 12 tests all your skills from grade 1. So all the skills, how wanna factorization, the bracket, board mass. Board mass, primary school. Use that board mass, you can't go wrong. We want to say also, that Mruti says, don't succeed alone. Work with others. Work in teams. In your team, there's somebody who's more gifted than you. Get closer to that person. In fact, for those who are gifted, you must always know that every time you teach somebody, you become better. Because you can unlock some of your own inconsistencies.